Look, I've always known that my opponent for the Senate was going to be a far-left liberal Democrat. Today we just found out which one of them Chuck Schumer's picked. I'm looking forward to this campaign because it's going to offer the people of Florida a very clear difference. You know, Congresswoman Val Demings is a do-nothing House member with not a single significant legislative achievement in her time in Congress. By comparison, one nonpartisan group ranked me the most effective Republican in the entire Senate. A second nonpartisan group ranked me number 2 out of 100 in leadership. A third nonpartisan group ranked me among the most bipartisan senators. And a fourth recognized my office as the best in the Senate in constituent service. You know that during the pandemic, while Congresswoman Demings was sitting back home praising the governors of New York and California and hysterically predicting that we were going to have mass death if we didn't keep our schools closed and our entire economy on lockdown, I was in Washington working to write and to pass the bipartisan PPP program that saved 500,000 Florida small businesses and millions of Florida jobs. You know that while Congresswoman Demings was on TV calling plans to defund the police thoughtful and describing a violent riot as a beautiful sight, I was writing and passing the VA Accountability Act to help our veterans. You know that while Congresswoman Demings was voting against voter ID laws, voting against deporting gang members who are illegal aliens, I was almost single-handedly getting the child tax credit doubled for working Americans. And while Congresswoman Demings was voting with the Marxist squad 94% of the time, and with Socialist Nancy Pelosi, by the way, 100% of the time, I was being hit with sanctions and a travel ban by the Communist Party of China. I was getting death threats from the Socialist Maduro regime in Venezuela. And all this isn't even the half of it. So in the weeks ahead, the voters of Florida are going to be reminded of my record of significant and common sense achievements. And they're also going to learn more about how ineffective and far left and extremist the real Val Demings is when she's in Washington. In 2022, Florida is going to have a choice between two very different candidates and two very different records.